Welcome back. Today we're going to look at the details of framing one of the trickier walls in the house. I've referenced this wall a few times now in the build up to this point because there are several things that come together at this junction. One of them is an exterior wall staircase that will come to the second floor loft in that little pocket that you see there. On the left and the bottom, you can see the carrying beam, just the corner of it, that crosses the room. And so the carrying beam for the roof and the ceiling of the second floor ends at an interior wall. And because of that, I needed to frame this wall in such a way that we could support the carrying beam and support the rim joist and the full subfloor system for the second floor. If we jump back to episode 29, this is the exterior first floor wall that I'm building that now we're going to build the second floor wall on top of. And you can see that this exterior wall does not go to the edge of the building. And the reason is, and I talked about this in previous videos, but the rim joist that I need to build on the exterior wall to support the second floor can't go across the entire side of that wall because there's going to be a window right where that rim joist would pass through. And so for that reason, we need to create a terminus here with the rake so that we can build the full smaller section on the right with that window in place. That means this rim joist that is supporting the subfloor section of the second floor needs to terminate in kind of a weird spot, and that's why the framing on this was just a little bit tricky. So we framed the rake wall on the second floor loft on the high side earlier. Now I'm just doing a little mini rake section here that will give me a full flush stud to start the final wall section once we get there so that we can incorporate that window. I'm waiting on the window because I'm going to probably change the size and the location slightly because I am playing with where the platform of the staircase is going to be, because it's going to be a 180 staircase with about 3 steps at the bottom, a platform. You'll turn 180 and then go the remainder of the way. And like as you are ascending the stairs, or descending, I suppose, I want that window just to be in the right place so that we can benefit from the most light and the most view, since we have such a nice view almost any direction from the house that we look. I won't go over too many details of the rake wall itself since that's covered in other videos, but for the rim joist that you see on the bottom left there that I'm kind of standing on, the way that I ended up doing that terminus was because we are doing 2x6 exterior walls. That first floor wall has a top plate of 5.5 inches, and so I ran a rim joist on the exterior of the building as you would and as you should, and then I ran a second rim joist on the interior edge of that 5.5 inch top plate, and then just topped it with a 2x6 and just boxed it in. Before I boxed it in, I also stuffed it with rock wool insulation because it would have been a pocket that we would not have been able to insulate once the build was complete. But this gives me a really strong rim for that particular section and allows for just a really stable rake wall section above it and a good connection for that lower rake wall section that'll have the window in it. And so here's a closer look. You can see how that rim joist extends over the original first floor exterior wall that we built that has the double top plate. You can see how I've boxed it in on the interior side and just ran a 2x6 top plate on the top to be the bottom plate for the higher rake wall. And then you can see that connection to the final rake wall section. And then this chase that you see, the larger chase, is where the window will go, and the height of that is what I'm still making a determination on. This is where I'm at. Thanks for watching. See you next time.